Misdemeanor. Sorry, sir. That's why
the best thing I read today was one couple of husband very sales. The wife has a demo back to the whole house. Told me she was. I mean, they just remodel houses up to the crap hole.
You know, Jerry, I can see how you feel that way, but again, I'm saying it gives the
Okay, everybody.
If you have a do not solicit sign at your door.
We can start to get everybody in their places.
Or before.
Okay, I'll be
No, we do.
Okay, that'll be just fine. Yep. All right.
Okay. All right, there we go. Now we're all moving in the right direction. Very good. Yeah.
If I get you a little spritzer,
What's going on? We got everybody in place? All right. Good evening, everyone. Call Gardner City Council to order. I know on the agenda it says presentations first, but we always start with the Pledge of Allegiance, so everyone stand and join us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. We've got some proclamations this evening. So, without further ado, the first one is going to be for National Crime Victims' Rights Week. And I believe we were supposed to have someone from Safe Home here. Is there anybody from the Safe Home here? No, it doesn't appear so, but we'll go ahead with the proclamation regardless. Whereas established in 1981 by President Ronald Reagan, National Crime Victims' Rights Week is an important time to have a national dialogue about strategies for joining forces with victim service programs, criminal justice officials, and concerned citizens throughout the state of Kansas and the United States of America to raise awareness of victims' rights. Whereas in 2012, 8,134 violent crimes were reported to police in Kansas, an increase of 2.6% between 2011 and 2012. And whereas victims and survivors of crime across America need and deserve support and assistance to help them cope with the short and long-term consequences of crime, and whereas the Victims of Crime Act of 1984 created the Crime Victims Fund, resulting in a distribution of more than $1 billion in non-taxpayer money derived from fines and fees from convicted federal offenders to support crime victim services. And whereas our national commitment to support critical services for crime victims through VOCA, the Violence Against Women Act, and our state's commitment to crime victim assistance have profound and positive impact on balancing the scales of justice for those harmed by crime. And now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Chris Morrow, Mayor of the City of Gardner, Kansas, do hereby proclaim the week of April 6th through 12th, 2014, and National Crime Victims' Rights Week. And, Chief, do you have anything that you'd like to say about National Crime Victims' Rights Week?
You're pretty covered it all. Thank you.
Very good. Moving on. Now, I know we've got some people here. The next proclamation is for Autism Awareness Month. Do we have Jennifer Smith here? Hi, Jennifer. Would you like to come up and have any of your people in attendance come join us? remember me? It's okay, it's okay. All right, well, we're glad to have you here this evening, all four of you, and those of you in attendance in the audience. Let me begin. Whereas autism and autism spectrum disorder, ASD, are general terms for a group of complex disorders of brain development characterized in varying degrees by repetitive behaviors and difficulties with social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication. And whereas ASD affects all persons, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or geography. And whereas ASDs are the fastest growing serious developmental disability in the United States and can cost a family $60,000 a year on average. And whereas the CDC reports incidence of autism in the United States is now 1 in 68 children being diagnosed with an ASD by age 8, a rate that has risen far above the 2006 estimate of 1 in 110. Boys are nearly 5 times more likely than girls to have autism, with 1 in 42 boys being diagnosed. And whereas World Autism Awareness Day is celebrated on Tuesday, April 2nd, 2014, and whereas the City of Gardner recognizes the entire month of April 2014 as Autism Awareness Month to call attention to ASD's stress, the importance of early diagnosis and early intervention, and to celebrate the unique talents and qualities of individuals with autism and their parents, relatives, and professionals that provide valued service. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Chris Morrow, Mayor of the City of Gardner, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2014 as Autism Awareness Month. So, I want to thank you all for joining us today. Put it there. Thank you, Bob. And thank you. Thank you. The next proclamation is for National Child Abuse Prevention Month. I understand we have Michelle Perman here from Sunflower House. Very good. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Glad to have you here. And let me say, whereas National Child Abuse Prevention Month will be recognized throughout the United States during April 2014. And whereas the child maltreatment occurs when people find themselves in stressful situations without community resources and don't know how to cope. And whereas child abuse and neglect not only directly harm children, but also increase the likelihood of criminal behavior, substance abuse, health problems such as heart disease and obesity, and risky behaviors such as smoking. And whereas by ensuring that parents have the knowledge, skills, and resources they need to care for their children, we can help promote children's social and emotional well-being and prevent child maltreatment within families and communities. And whereas effective child abuse prevention programs succeed because of partnerships created among social service agencies, schools, faith communities, civic organizations, law enforcement agencies, and the business community. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Chris Morrow, Mayor of the City of Gardner, Kansas, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2014 as National Child Abuse Prevention Month. Wait, it's for you, but would be glad to, if there's a couple of words that you'd like to say about the Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Okay, I'd be happy to. So thank you for the proclamation, Mayor, and those of the City Council and in the audience. I'm with the President and CEO of Sunflower House. We're located in Shawnee, but we serve all of Johnson County and Wyandotte County children. We work very closely with law enforcement and with Child Protective Services to coordinate the collaborative response to child sexual and physical abuse. And we also provide education prevention in the schools. I'm happy to say that we